Hey guys!
Alright folks, we're here today to check out the Patreon poll winner of the week, Battle Beast with Wings of Light, a live video. You know why is a live video?
Why?
Because they're releasing a live album,
Ooh.
recorded in Helsinki. This song is from their latest record, but obviously it's part of the set list of the live album. So we're gonna get a little bit of a taste of what that live album sounds like and feels like. I wonder if they're gonna release it as a DVD as well. Since there's a music, not a music video, there's a live video of the performance.
That would, make a
Makes
lot of
me
sense.
wonder. Yeah, I think these days releasing just a live album without the DVD to go with it feels a little bit pointless.
You want.
Kind of pregnant.
I feel like if you have one, you should release the other.
Yeah, if you have a performance that you're planning on, especially if it's all in one. I'm not talking about like Sabaton did it because they did it like different songs from different performances. But if you're gonna sit in one performance, record the whole thing, and that's your live album, live in Helsinki.
But I also think that if you're gonna do a live album in general, the songs that you're gonna put on the album, you should record them and add them to like a DVD.
I agree.
I think
even if it's a song from a different album,
I think it goes hand in hand.
You can still blend it all in together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree. All right, so Battle Beast, Wings of Light.
Come on, Wings of Light.
Santos. Oh, I was expecting.
Oh, there you go.
I was like, all right, that's gotta be there at some point in time. That's the equivalent of the go on a hardcore song. Before we talk about this track and this live performance, can I just say two really quick things?
Sure.
Well, one is quick, the other one is not so much. Speaking from personal experience, headbanging without hair is like trying to jerk off when your dick is limp. You're kind of doing it, but nothing really happens. Just want to say that from personal experience. You end up with a massive headache, and that's all. Like, just a massive headache.
There are many bald men out there who probably headbang better.
I'm not saying that there aren't bald men out there headbanging, but what I'm saying is I'm speaking from personal experience.
I know, but I'm saying...
It's not the greatest of moves.
Some of them, they headbang better than the guys with hair.
I agree to disagree.
There's one bass player with a very long beard and no hair who would disagree with you.
Who?
Just putting that one out there.
Anyways, bass player. Anyhow,
really long beard.
Who cares about bass players? Fuck, nobody gives a shit about bass players. Not even bass players care about bass players. Anyhow, the point being that it's not the greatest of moves, but A for effort. And I'm speaking from personal experience. I'm not passing judgment. Mm-hmm. I'm just speaking from personal experience. It's almost like that phantom limp dick thing.
Phantom limp masturbation.
Well, that's a different song. But anyways, like, people who lose a limb.
Phantom limb.
And they still think that
phantom limp dick.
No, in this case, based on my analogy.
Okay. Phantom limb. It's like when you feel like it's still there.
Yeah. So like I had hair before. I'm sure he did too. So when you're headbanging, you're like, you still feel like it's there, but it's not there. You end up with a headache. Anyhow, moving on from that, the other thing I wanted to say.
How do you combat in that? Because sometimes with phantom limb, like for example, if they're missing a hand, but it hurts because like
or still itchy or something,
or the last thing they did with the hand was like something and it hurts, right? If they put a mirror in front of their good hand, it makes it look like the other hand, and when they let go or do something,
I regret bringing this up.
So what's the equivalent?
I don't know.
You look in the mirror and you're like,
you get a wig.
There you go. See,
you go to Little Africa on Eglinton and Kiel, and you buy a nice weave.
You get a good weave.
That's all. That's all there is to it. Or you fly to Turkey and get some implants. It worked for Mo Salah.
It's not gonna work for you, man. Because usually they gotta plug somewhere else and then put the plug.
I got plenty of hair elsewhere.
A lot of real estate. Oh, it's true.
It'll be kind of nappy, but I got it.
You'll have like nice curls.
Yeah, I'll have a nice perm. Anyhow, moving on to the next point. The next point I was gonna say is this one. I think it was last year. Maybe it wasn't last year. It was the year before. Anyways, I saw Battle Beast 3 times in a row. All right. So I went to see them with Camelot, opening for Camelot, and I thought they were better than Camelot. I thought they had like outstanding live performance. Then we saw them at Prague Power in a festival setting, and I thought they were even better than what they were with Camelot. And then I saw them again in Toronto as a headliner, and I thought they were even better than the 2 previous times. One of the few bands that I've seen 3 times in a row in 3 different settings, and they work better every single time I've seen them. So one of my favorite bands to see live, because I've never been disappointed with their performance, besides the fact that they don't play Black Ninja. Moving on from that, I've never been disappointed with their performance because it's so much energy. It's so much fun to listen to. Great band. I absolutely love these guys. And live, it's something that you don't want to miss if you have a chance to go see them, regardless if it's festival, opening, headlining, whatever the case might be.
That venue is big, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know where that venue is in Helsinki, but that's fucking big and it's packed.
That's like a festival stage right
Jesus
there.
Christ, that place was packed.
Holy shit, we have like nothing like that here. Well, other than like...
history would look a little bit like that.
Oh, history's not as big as that.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be like Scotiabank Arena or like even
maybe.
Rogers Center if they did something nice like that. Like
Rogers Center's too big.
True.
It's like 50,000
so I'd say
something
people. Scotiabank Arena though.
Yeah. But crowded. The place was packed.
Yeah, it was packed.
Yeah. So, you haven't seen them live as many times as I have, but
No.
What did you think of this performance?
But I enjoyed the performance, and I do think that definitely there should be more of like this should be, side and side with the live album having a show for it, because I feel like
hold on. One thing I'll say, when the video starts, is very shaky. So if there's one thing you need to take from this is don't hire people who are fans of the band to film it. because the guy probably forgot he was filming, and he's just fucking headbanging with no hair and whatever, and he's filming. The whole fucking thing was all over the place. Then it stabilized itself, and somebody told him that he was there to work, not to enjoy himself.
Or don't hire people who are grand masturbators on Jerkmate, because then they've had too much jerking time, so their hands have like carpal tunnel a little bit, so they shake a little bit, and then they shake the camera.
That too.
Have you heard of that, by the way?
No, I've never heard of that.
Really?
Somebody developing carpal tunnel from jerking off?
I've let it simmer on the internet for a little bit before bringing it up in a video, but I thought it was hilarious that Jerkmate has ranking systems now, and the top one is Grand Masturbator.
I don't want to be a judge in that ranking.
Well, you're not even ranked.
Well, I've never
You're
applied.
unranked.
Yeah, I'm unsigned.
Mm-hmm. You're not a bronze beater.
I'm part of the unsigned hype.
You're not a bronze beater.
I'm underground.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm underground. I'm an underground talent. You know,
I'm like the
yet
punk.
to be discovered.
I'm like the punk of jacking off. Yeah.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. I'm the
New York
rock.
hardcore of jacking off.
Exactly. If jerking off was a music genre, I would be punk rock. Get no radio play whatsoever. Nobody cares.
They're really big underground. Like,
but with a huge following.
Huge following.
Huge. Anyways, anything else? I interrupted you when you were talking about the video.
No, but I'm saying like, okay. Also, another thing that I don't think I've ever said on the channel, which I feel like should be
does
said.
Does this have anything to do with
No. Well, it has something to do with song. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't think I've ever said on the channel. When it comes to live albums, I'm also not the biggest fan of live albums in general.
Neither am I. Never been, actually. Never been.
I'm not the like if the song is on, like it has like a studio release, I'd rather listen to that. Right?
Me too.
I don't like listening. I'm not a big fan of hearing the people in the background when I'm trying to drive to work and listen to the song. Now, if the song is only live and that's the only way they've done it,
Which is not the case with this one.
I can make an exception, right? Not the case with this one. So when it comes to live albums, I would much prefer like the DVD with it, so there's a visual aspect to it, because then I'm getting more out of it.
I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
For example, the Lord of the Lost orchestral thing they did like years ago. That thing has like the video with it. I enjoy that, right?
The one they did in the church?
Yes. Yeah. So I enjoy that. But even though I really like that band, would I listen to those songs, the live version of those songs? It depends if I can't get those.
Yeah.
As a record thing. So if it is like like the video with the live audio for this, I'll be very happy. Because
I haven't looked at the press release for the record.
Yeah.
So I know there's a live album coming out, but I didn't look to see what else is
Sabaton
part
album,
of it.
even when I was diehard, I was ready to shave my head and become one of the Sabatonians and stuff. Even then, I didn't like that live album. Because I was just like, why would I listen to this when I can go listen to...
I've just never been a fan of live albums. In all honesty, I've never been a fan.
I like the visual aspect. The best part of a live video is watching the...
Yeah, but the live albums, in my opinion, they had a time and a place. And the time and the place was when there was no internet.
Yes.
And for example, I remember the first time, the first live album that I listened to, if I'm not mistaken, was Ears of Aggression from was it Ears of Aggression? Whatever the Slayer live album is called, it's a double live album. So that was the first time that I heard like a live album, and I was a huge Slayer fan. I had never seen them live. It's not like I had internet, so there was no other. Yeah. So listening to that record was the closest that I could get to.
Close your eyes and imagine being there.
Exactly. But we live in different times now.
We live in times where you could set up a VR cam and I could actually be there.
Oh, you can go on the internet and watch a million videos of a band performing live. So, for me, a live album. It's not something that I'm personally invested in. Yeah. But if there's a live DVD or
with
something like that, then it's a different story.
Yeah.
And if you throw some background shit of what went on in the tour, some mini doc,
some funny moments,
if you throw in some extras in there, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. But this was a great performance, and to see that place absolutely packed was great.
I know, it was very nice.
All right, guys. Thank you for everybody that voted on Patreon for this video. We'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.